my name is Taylor. Welcome to my channel. Today I'm doing a subscriber pick video. This is the second time I've done one of these where I ask for y'all's opinion. I had some extra time this month that I thought I could do a bonus video, and sometimes I need help narrowing down my choices. I gave y'all 4 options on my community tab. I asked through a poll, and there were 2 that were exactly the same, and that poll has been up for pretty much close to 48 hours now, and I even put it on Instagram asking for someone to break the tie and some more votes got put in and it was stayed at the tie. So anyways, I'm making the executive decision to do a battle of the books because my good friend Holly from Lovely Day with Holly inspired this video idea. She has done a series of these types of videos for quite a while now, and I've always wanted to do one, so here's the time. I am making my own. I am starting off with 2022, which is crazy that we're already in 2026. It's 4 years ago. This was the year that I had just discovered that Christian fiction existed, and shortly into 2022 I started my channel. So I'm still very much new to all of the things and figuring out what my preferences are for reading. And now looking back on some of the books that I had read then, I probably rated some of them a little bit higher than I would now. I probably have different opinions on some of these now. So this is me looking back to what I read 4 years ago. The memory may not be entirely there. Some of these I have forgotten. We'll see. But this is what I think, looking back now, 4 years, I guess, hindsight, to what I think about these books. So, here we go. I have my handy dandy jar I like to use. I usually use this for my TBR, but my TBR prompts are hanging out up there until I need to replace these. So, I don't even know how many books these are, but the way this works is kind of like a March Madness type of thing, where you have 2 that go against each other, and then the winner goes up against another one, and so on and so forth. So I hope I explained that well. You'll see how it works. You already know what this is like. But by the way, please go check out Holly's videos on these because she is the inspiration for this. I haven't seen anybody really else do this, and I love those videos. I'm like, I really need to do that. So here we are, finally doing it after watching those videos of hers for a while. So, alright, so I have, let's see, I think I have 2. Okay, so, first one is The Merchant's Daughter by Melanie Dickerson, so a Christian fairy tale retelling, versus In the Shadow of Croft Towers by Abigail Wilson. This one was like a clean Regency era book, and I'm going to have to go with The Merchant's Daughter. So I'm going to put that up there. Alright. This is a little bit harder than it looks. Okay. 2 more. Waves of Mercy by Lynn Austin. Falling for You, Becky Wade. This is one of the ones where I do not hardly remember it all. This is whenever I read a lot of contemporary romance, Christian fiction, contemporary romance, and I was like, these are just kind of all meh. They're okay. And then I discovered there was more to Christian fiction versus just contemporary romance. So this one, I can't even tell you what it's about. I can see the potentially, there's 3 of them. I can see a few of them in my head, but whichever one this one is, I couldn't tell you. So definitely Waves of Mercy by Lynn Austin. It's actually one of my all-time favorite books. I own it. I would love to reread it one day to see if it still holds up. But next 2. The Mistletoe Countess by Pepper Basham versus Christy by Catherine Marshall. Hands down, Christy. Christy is a beloved classic for me. I grew up watching the TV series, and The Mistletoe Countess, I liked it. It was fun. Just wasn't a favorite of mine. Alright, next 2. Wooing Katie McCaffrey by Bethany Turner. That's one of the ones that I figured out I don't like this genre. I don't like contemporary romance very much. Love Comes Softly by Jeanette Oak. Don't hate me, but Love Comes Softly, I like the movie way better than the book. The book, I just don't really like her writing style. My dog is scratching herself. Wooing Katie McCaffrey, it's about this couple that's engaged for forever and she wants him to propose and she does something to kind of help him out, or they can break up or something. I don't even remember it. So, just because I can't remember it, I'm going to go with Love Comes Softly because the story is good. Y'all, I had to pause because I kid you not, every single time I try to film something, the hubs has to call me. But this time, thankfully, unlike when the other times I filmed, I stopped the video and then answered him so that my clip would actually still exist. So, yay. Okay, so I picked 2 more. All right. Wild Montana Skies by Susan May Warren. I can already tell you that's probably going to be the loser. All right. Versus The Healer's Apprentice by Melanie Dickerson. Definitely The Healer's Apprentice. I rated Wild Montana Skies 2 stars. I was severely underwhelmed. The Do-Over by Bethany Turner. Versus Catching Christmas by Terry Blackstock. Definitely Catching Christmas. Bookshop by the Sea by Denise Hunter. Contemporary Christian romance. Beach type read. Versus True to You by Becky Wade. Oh, yes. Okay, so True to You, I think nowadays I probably would have DNF'd this. And, you know, you get sanctified as you get older. It's a process. And I did not realize, I did not have the same outlook on this book at that time. But now I know I would DNF this because there's basically cheating in it. He's engaged and he's like interested in this other girl, and it takes a while to break it off. So definitely Bookshop by the Sea. Wonder how many of these are. Okay, 2 more. A Bound Heart by Laura France versus Love and a Little White Lie by Tammy L. Gray. Love and a Little White Lie. Actually, one of the very few contemporary romances that I gave 5 stars to out of this year. Oh, here's the other one. All That Really Matters by Nicole Deese. Versus Whose Waves These Are by Amanda Dykes. Amanda Dykes' writing is very flowery and it's very pretty, but it's not necessarily my cup of tea. It was fun to read it. I read it as a buddy read with that one, but All That Really Matters, I really enjoyed that one. I gave it 5 stars. So, let's see. Oh, got 3. Wait, Legacy of Mercy. So the second in that series. I was about to put this down, but I decided against it. I can hold it. Versus Sweet on You by Becky Wade. Definitely Legacy of Mercy. The book 2 was just as good, if not better, than book 1. Just because you get the conclusion of the story, you know? Alright. Pride and Prejudice versus Emma. Ha! That's so funny. Okay. If you know me, you know which one I'm going to pick. Definitely not Emma. If you know, you know. Okay. Do I just have... I should have chosen a jar that does not have feet that gets newspapers stuck in the bottom. Alright. Fox by Nadine Brandes versus The Homecoming by Earl Hamner Jr. I'm just going to say Fox because I remember it better. Homecoming, I just kind of remember the movie more. The movie's better. So, Fox. And then, do I just have 1 left? Yes, I just have 1 left. So, I guess I'll just throw it back in there. Okay. Pop all these back in here. Just not even going to bother folding them back up. Alright. Round 2. Okay. Christy versus Catching Christmas. This is hard. Okay. Christy is like a beloved classic, and then Catching Christmas. I'm gonna go with Catching Christmas because it was just a very good timing for me to read it. My grandmother had just passed when I read it, and I just felt like one of the main characters, the older main character, she reminded me so much of my Meemaw. So I'm gonna say that one. All right, The Merchant's Daughter versus All That Really Matters. All That Really Matters, for sure. Can you imagine that I picked a fairy tale retelling over a contemporary romance? Or a contemporary romance over a fairy tale retelling? I had that backwards. Okay. The Healer's Apprentice versus Bookshop by the Sea. The Healer's Apprentice, for sure. Bookshop by the Sea, I know she falls off a ladder at one point. That's about it. That's all I remember. Okay. Two more. Love Comes Softly versus Fox. I'm going to go with Fox. Waves of Mercy versus Pride and Prejudice. Oh man. These are two of my all-time favorite books going against each other, which I knew was probably going to happen because, yeah. I really, really loved Waves of Mercy. I'm going to go with Waves of Mercy. That was painful. I love P&P, though. I love that story. Oh, I just grabbed one. Legacy of Mercy versus Love and a Little White Lie. Legacy of Mercy. I have an odd number, so I have another one left. And this is still the one that I didn't... Okay, let me just pick that one first. Here, the one I have not actually read yet. Let me just pick one. Okay, one I have not done yet. North and South. Okay, another classic. Versus Waves of Mercy. Waves of Mercy. Oh, look, I didn't put that one back. Okay, well, doesn't matter. I am actually going to try and narrow it down to just one. We'll see if I can do it. Fox versus Catching Christmas. Catching Christmas. All That Really Matters versus The Healer's Apprentice. All That Really Matters. Ow. The bottom of it's poking me. Got a sharp edge. Okay. There's 1, 2, 3, 4 left. Is that right? Hopefully I didn't mess this up. Editing Taylor's gonna watch this and be like, what are you doing? Catching Christmas versus Legacy of Mercy. Legacy of Mercy. Waves of Mercy against All That Really Matters. Waves of Mercy. I think that's it. Yay! Okay, so I cannot... This is the same duology. It's the Waves of Mercy and Legacy of Mercy are my last. And I just kind of like to lump them all together anyway. It's like one continuation. You have to read book 1 before you read book 2 because book 2 starts up immediately where book 1 leaves off. Like literally immediately there. So it's one big story. So the Waves of Mercy duology was my favorite book set from 2022. So let me know how you like this. And thank you so much for watching. Have a blessed day, y'all. Bye.